It happens every spring, Reaver style, team coverage, and more. 40 and counting for the Big Blue baseball team. Counting down the numbers on the track. It's a regional effort. City showdown on the new pitch. Same old story.
I'm Brianna Reddle. I'm from the Iowa Western Women's Golf Team. The Bluffs Sports Zone starts now.
Hello, I'm JJ Davis, and welcome to our latest edition of the Bluff Sports Zone. Well, finally, I feel like we've been waiting forever, but finally, football is here. Well, at least for one night anyway. The Reavers hold their annual Rite of Spring at Lewis Central High School. Now, as we all know, spring games, just glorified scrimmages. For fans, they're just going to get a glimpse of what the fall may hold. And same deal for the coaches. Plus, you got to remember the fact that some of the guys that may be on the field in August and September aren't even here yet. But I don't want to spoil all the fun. So we kick off our team coverage with IDUB TV student Ben Smith.
It's blue versus white in the annual Iowa Western spring game. Quarterback Andre Nunez, who injured his knee in the second game last year, is back. The offense comes out shaky. First play of the game, Nunez to Trayvell Holsey, who fumbles. Terrell Collins recovers the loose ball for the dark side. White team on offense. QB Brock Larson's pass is deflected, and Darryl Kirby cannot corral it. Second quarter, still scoreless. Larson, who finished 9 for 19 for 76 yards, lobs it to Darryl Kirby for the one-hander. Next series for the blue team, Andre Nunez drops back and finds his streaking Chris Jones for a 42-yard touchdown. 7-0 blue team at the break. Nunez goes 10 for 20 for 152 yards and that touchdown. Meanwhile, in the trenches, the offensive line is still recovering after losing all but one starter. That lack of experience shows. Both defenses combined for over 10 sacks. The blue team holds on to win 7-6, but this game goes beyond the scoreboard.
A lot of new guys, but we had experience last year, so that helped us. But we got to get back to the drawing board and get all these guys on the same page.
Well, I trust our recruiters that they're going to bring in some good guys, and hopefully our leadership encourages the younger guys to play hard. And obviously we have returning guys that will go all out no matter what.
We had some guys make some plays today, and we got some guys coming in. I think it's going to be wide open coming into fall camp. We ain't naming any starters. Right now you might have been running with the ones, but come July 31st, it's an open battle across the board.
It's a wide open race come July, and with a lot of new bodies. Over 160 players will be showing up to camp. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Ben Smith.
Thanks, Ben. So if you like scoring in a spring game then? Well, of the 4 QBs to see action, Kid California, the most impressive numbers. Andre Nunez, 10 of 20, 152 yards, and 1 touchdown. That perfectly placed 42-yarder to Chris Jones. Logan Gear carries the rock 8 times for 50 yards, over 6 yards per carry. Not bad. And Chris Jones, just 3 receptions, but for 97 yards and that TD. But still, any way you shake it, not exactly an offensive fireworks show we're used to seeing with the Reavers, even for a spring game. Now, to the dark side. Now, the defense, just a shell of what it's going to look like in the fall. The Reavers, just 1 returning starter. Our team coverage continues with IDUB TV student Joel Divick.
Football is in the air, and the 8th annual Reaver Spring Game serves as a glimpse into what we'll see from the defense next fall. First quarter, white team on offense. The dark side comes out flying with the deflection. The next series, blue team back on D, and Shaq Jones puts the hammer down. The sophomore absolutely slams the ball carrier to help force a 3-and-out. Not to be outdone, the white side comes out strong. Sophomore Jared Broomfield sacks quarterback Andre Nunez. There were more than 10 combined for both sides. The blue side goes up 7-0 at the break as the coaches and players try to get better with every snap. Into the second half, Jones gets another open field tackle. The sophomore from Philly shows why he is one to be watching come next season. The white offense tries to put a long drive together, but the shoestring tackle by redshirt Harry Momo saves a game-breaking play. White linebacker Terrell Collins does his best Shaq impression and uses the hit stick to perfection with a big hit and a tackle for loss. Late fourth quarter, still 7-0 blue. Fourth and goal, Nunez gets forced out inside the 1. Then, late in the game, blue team quarterback Jacob Larson gets picked off by Jake Meyer. The former Yellow Jacket from TJ takes it to the house on a 32-yard pick six with 13 seconds to play. The white side goes for 2 and the win. Brock Larson in the white offense from the 1, but the end around is stopped. Blue may have won 7-6, but the real winners here, the dark side.
It's hard to compare to other years because we're so young. This is probably the youngest we've been in our time since the first, going into the first season we've ever played. You know, we lost 20 starters and 40 total players from last year's team.
We lost a lot of guys on defense, but we know that defense wins championships. So defense is going to kind of not really carry us, but hold a lot of the load for us. So a lot of the players are really stepping up and trying to be accountable, you know, take credit for our good defense.
What are your expectations for the team this season?
I would accept nothing less than a national championship.
Our expectations is to compete for, you know, a region championship, and you know, and I think we got the pieces in place, but we're nowhere ready to play a game. I mean, we're a long ways away. We need a bunch of incoming guys to come in and compete, and we need these guys to get a little bit better.
The Reavers kick off their season in Grand Junction, Colorado on August 27th. Iowa Western faces Arizona Western. For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Joel Divick.
Thanks, Joel. A defensive tug-of-war. A couple of the linebackers singled out, Terrell Collins and the only returning starter, Shaq Jones. And how about Thomas Jefferson graduate Jake Meyer, a pick six with just seconds left. Good for Jake. So the annual Spring Fling is in the books. Next up, the real deal in a couple of months. And you know, it'll be here before you know it. Loud and clear at the Regional Track and Field Championships, only who made the most noise. But up next, try 7 straight years and looking for more when we come back.
At Council Plus Savings Bank, you still get personalized customer service.
We have identity-safe checking with LifeLock, identity theft protection.
You get personal mortgage lending to fit your needs now and in the future.
You get business banking with the latest technology because saving you time saves you money.
At Council of Savings Bank, you get people who answer when you call and local employees who are actively involved in our community. Council Bluffs Savings Bank, hometown banking the way it used to be.
At the Council Bluffs Recycling Center, we're proud of the effort our community makes to help keep Council Bluffs beautiful by participating in our curbside recycling program. Here are some tips to make sure your recyclables are accepted. If you're confused about plastics, we can help. Numbers 1 through 5 plastic food and beverage containers are acceptable. Usually the recycling triangle and the number inside are located on the bottom of containers. Items we don't take include numbers 6 and 7 plastics, styrofoam, or bags of any sort, although we encourage recycling plastic bags inside local grocery stores. Please be sure to check the calendar in our annual mailer or on our website to find out what items will be picked up each week. Blue Week items for your curbside bin include paper, cardboard, and glass containers. Green Week items for your curbside bin include plastic food and beverage containers, tin and aluminum containers, and tin foil. Thank you for helping us keep Council Bluffs beautiful.
Get your ass out. You're not in here.
Yes, I am.
Move. Give it to him hard.
No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why are you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help, but don't know how.
Oh,
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
this portion of the Bluffs Sports Zone, brought to you by Cutler O'Neill, Meyer Woodring, family-owned funeral home, serving Council Bluffs in southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
The Iowa Western baseball program never stands pat on its reputation. Nope, it continues to build and add to its storied history. And so it goes for this season. Make that now 12 straight Iowa Community College Athletic Conference championships in a row. And that's not all. One more W, and Raritan's Reavers reach the 40-win mark for the 7th straight year. Here's IWTV student Dylan Hall.
It's the final game of the year at Doc Ross Field. The Reavers are taking on Southeast Nebraska. Big Blue hot early, bottom of the first. Brian Groves singles to right with one out. Next batter, Luke Morgan pushes it just past the shortstop. Runners on first and second. Later, up 1-0 with the bases loaded, Dalton Robinson grounds one through the hole to left. One run scores before Jack Morat comes sliding in. Reavers lead 3-0 after one. Bottom second, after a leadoff single by Nick Menken, Jared Gates blasts a 2-run shot to right, extending Iowa Western's lead to 5-0. Gates 8 home runs on the year. The home team with 15 hits overall. Fifth inning, Declan Doyle too hot to handle, and a run comes home to make it 6-1. Then comes Menken. The Storm try to get Doyle at second, but the throw isn't in time, and another run scores. The rout continues. Same inning, Morgan with a 2-run double. The sophomore third baseman finishes the day 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. The Reaver bats come ready, but the pitching is even better. Jacob Sylvester gets the start. The sophomore strikes out 2 in 2 innings. A strike him out, throw him out here. Big Blue on fire all day. 6 different pitchers strike out at least one batter, and the team as a whole sits down 12. Iowa Western weathers the Storm 11-2.
We came out hot. Boys were buzzing a little bit, and yeah, we just cruised through the rest of the game. Put a couple more runs on the board later in the game, and the pitchers took care of business as well.
Just put together good at-bats. We're all trying to get on base somehow, some way or another. So I feel like that's just how we carried momentum throughout the whole game and ended up scoring 11 runs, I think. So just good effort all the way through.
I sometimes seem like we get disinterested and we get a lead and we just kind of settle in instead of continuing to hunt. And then we wake up again and we get it going.
The blowout is Iowa Western's 40th win of the season. The Reavers have already clinched the top spot going into the Region 11 tournament. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Dylan Hall.
Thanks, Dylan. 40 wins, 7 straight years? That's pretty impressive. Now next, Iowa Western closes out its regular season on the road and against a team the Reavers swept at home by a combined score of 43-8. So why would the road trip be any different? Well, actually, it's not. A shutout, a 1-run game, and then 2 blowouts. Iowa Western another 4-game sweep, and this time by a combined score 40-3. Iowa Western's now 44-12. Next up for the Big Blue, the regional tournament. A certain girls' soccer team continues to rack up the numbers. Hey, the numbers, times are in from the regional track and field championships. After the break.
For more than a quarter century, thousands of Southwest Iowa athletes have relied on this team, Jenny Ed SportsMed. Their sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury. They even partner with the surgeons at Ortho West, ensuring you get your own exclusive roadmap back to action. Methodist Jenny Ed SportsMed invites all Southwest Iowa athletes to its free walk-in clinic, open every Saturday morning, August through October. Jenny Ed SportsMed.
Listen now, can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now, can you feel the sun? Oh,
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's one every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Your future is here at CBTV. You're in the game. You take the shots. It's your story. The Media Studies program at Iowa Western. Real reality TV starring you. For more information, go to iwcc.edu. The week starts off with a bang for the Iowa Western track and field team. Now the Reavers sweep the multi-meet. Next up for the rest, the main event. So let's get ready to rumble. Now, year in and year out, this regional meet's one of the toughest, if not best, in the country. And as always, the two big dogs, well, Big Blue and Iowa Central. So who gets the better of it this time? And they're off and running in day one. First up, the grueling 10,000 meters, 25 times around the track. The Reavers, Sylvester Boris, goes to the front right away, laps the entire field. Bell lap, 1 to go. The Oklahoma State recruit comes into focus, crosses the line first, and wins by a mile.
I like running when it's warm and when it's sunny. So, it was nice for me today.
Women's hammer throw. Iowa Western's Kahoa Mika L.A. lets it fly. Over 156 feet, the sophomore finishes in third. Men's javelin. Big Blue super sophomore Isaac Weiselman throws it the farthest, over 176 feet.
Come on, get out.
Women's 4x800 meter relay.
Good job, Mary.
Shanika Watson runs the anchor leg and brings it home for the win.
Nice job.
It went exactly as how we planned it. Planned that we were going to come on here. I went to the best of our abilities, and that's exactly what we did.
Men's 4x8. Iowa Western struggles to a third place finish. Day two, men's discus. The Reavers' Jacob Barron's 163 feet. The former Titan takes second. Women's long jump. Shilea Riley lands in second over 19 feet.
3, 4, 5.
Women's 100 hurdles. Iowa Western finishes 3, 4, 5, and 6. Men's 110s. Iowa Central 1, 2, 3. Women's 100 meter dash. Number 3 China Watson Reed leans in for second place finish. Men's 100. Big Blue finishes 2, 3, 4. Men's hammer throw. Again, Jacob Barron's hammered down. The sophomore finishes second again, over 184 feet.
Yes.
Women's 400 hurdles. Iowa Western's Lisa Blackwood on the left gives it everything she's got.
I got tired, but my mind was saying that we can do it, so I just going to push for the finish. But unfortunately, it didn't happen, but I'm still proud of myself.
Proud of the Reavers, Donovan Ayers wins the men's 400 hurdles.
I was excited, to become a regional champ, and just the work paid off.
Pays off for Big Blue decathlon champ Lenz McCone. The sophomore clears 15 feet 1 inch and wins the pole vault. Women's 800, 2 times around the track. Iowa Western's Shanika Watson finishes in second, just under 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Bell lap, men's 5,000. Guess who? The Reavers' Sylvester Boris does it again. The Kenyan comes in first in just under 14 minutes and 30 seconds. And finally, the 4x400 meter relay. The home team crosses the line first on both the women and the men's side. Now, Iowa Central takes home the team title for the guys by just 3 points. 3 points.
Good run, good race.
When you can go on the track and you can go 3 points toe to toe with them, you know, you love to win, but you also got to put it in a little perspective. We gave a heck of a day today.
For the last 2 days, the Tritons get the plaque, but the Reavers serve notice. We're coming for you.
You freaking fine.
So what a weekend. Some big winners and some stunning losers. One of the reasons this regional is one of the best in the nation every year. Final team standings on the men's side. Look at that. 3 points. Iowa Central wins it by a measly 3 points. Nyack and the rest? Not even close. Sylvester Boris wins the 10,000 Saturday and then the 5,000 meter run on Sunday. The Tritons take home the title on the ladies' side. Now the Reavers win the 4x800 meter relay Saturday and the 4x4 on Sunday. So all in all, another great showing by the Iowa Western track and field team. Next up, the Nationals. Up next, our play of the week. Take your pick. Taking in another rivalry game at the new and improved stadium. On the other side.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
Friday Night Lights at Wickersham Stadium. Only this time, a different kind of football. Second-ranked juggernaut Lewis Central tackles an old friend from Abraham Lincoln. Now, for me, it's not a question of who's going to win. It's just a question of By how many? Here's IDUB TV student Colin Big Gator Boren.
The LC girls soccer team is on fire. The Titans take to the pitch against the ladies from AO. The Lynx looking to knock off Lewis Central for the second time in 3 years. First half visitors on the attack, but Abraham Lincoln's defense holds its ground. The Titans are frustrated early. Scoreless until the 24th minute, Missouri State recruit Kaylee Putnam from 25 yards out. Just like that, LC is on the board. Chris Von Mendy has taken Lewis Central to state 3 times in 4 years and looking for more. Second half, 58th minute, Kelsey McSorley, top left near post, Titans up 2-0. For the Lynx, shots few and far between, LC shuts out AL 2-0.
I think it helps us get a little more confidence. We knew going against AL they were going to be really tough. I kind of watched them a few days ago and they play very good. And that's why we want to play AL. I mean, we enjoy playing them. They've always fielded a good team and it's going to be competitive. I think we have to do a lot better of taking care of the ball and making sometimes the simple pass.
It gives us a lot of confidence going forward. Like, our main goal right now is to go to state, and this game really pushes us to be better and score more goals. Our shooting could have been better, but it was pretty good this game, and our passing and moving, they were chasing us the whole entire game.
Lewis Central stays unbeaten in the state of Iowa. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Colin Boren.
And now it's time for our Play of the Week, brought to you by Buena Vista University. The Region 11 Track and Field Championships. Iowa Western Sylvester Boris runs away from the field and wins the 10,000-meter run. The sophomore from Kenya comes back the next day and laps the field and wins the 5,000 meters. The Reavers Sylvester Boris with our play or plays of the week. The Play of the Week is brought to you by Buena Vista University. Call 712-749-1990 to register today. Now tell me this show didn't just have a little bit of everything. And it's almost time to celebrate because the postseason pate is almost here. Now remember, as always, to keep it here for more news and information in your community by tuning in to the Council Bluffs News with Zach Harper-Blunt. And so, for this latest edition of the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm J.J. Davis, and as always, I'll see you around.